Hello everybody, this is Shade, and I just wanted to say a couple things before starting the episode. First of all, thanks so much for checking out my video. Second, I need to apologize. Due to an oversight on my part, this video footage was captured to my main hard drive instead of my external designated recording drive. The result is some minor technical difficulty throughout this episode and part of the next one. Thanks for your patience, please don't hate me. And enjoy episode 2 of Dark Souls. Hello everybody, my name is Shade and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. We are here in Majula, which is the hub area for this game, similar to Firelink Shrine or the Nexus. And yeah, here we are. It's bright and sunny and happy, and not like what you would expect Dark Souls to be at all. Alright, got an item here. It's a Divine Blessing. That is from the first game. If you remember, it is water blessed by the goddess Guinevere. My frame rate is having all sorts of issues here. I might have to bump some settings down to be able to keep recording, which would be sad, but doable. Okay, I just turned a couple of settings off really quickly and the frame rate seems a lot more stable, so we're gonna go with that for a while. Here we are. This is the main hub area of Majula. As you can see, there's a bonfire over there, which I am gonna head right over there and grab that. Awesome. Go ahead and rest to fill up our health bar there. And yeah, welcome to Majula. We can see a couple of areas here that we'll be going in the future. But for now we're going to worry about here. And mostly we're going to worry about this chick over here. Ugh. No, you probably don't want to hear what I have to say about her.
The next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse. I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
Alright, Estus Flask, healing.
Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
Alright, this is the Emerald Herald. She serves a couple of purposes. The main thing she does is level you up, which is important, similar to the way the Maiden in Black worked. I'm actually not a huge fan. I think leveling up at bonfires was better, but to each their own. She also upgrades your Estus Flask, which is lovely. Alright. Look at all these bloodstains. I don't know how people manage to die here unless they're all jumping off cliffs, but yeah, did they like attack one of the NPCs? I'm not sure. Oh well. Let's see. Try jumping. How about we don't try jumping? I bet that's what this says. Nope. Merchant ahead. Eventually, yes, but not right now. Okay. First thing that I want to do here is talk to this guy.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door.
Alright. I'm gonna hit the main points and talk to the NPCs here and kind of move the video along, and then at the end I will go back and talk more in depth to like the Herald and a couple of the other characters. Okay. The reason I'm wandering over this way, my frame rate is just not doing so well. This is worrisome to me, but don't mind that. The reason I'm coming over here is this. This is an item that is distracting. Homeward Bone, but no. This is the Victor's Stone, and this is one of the first covenants you can run into, or factions, whatever, in the game. But this group will set you on an arduous path, yes. Yes, we are prepared, and yep. Oh, look at that, achievement unlocked. This covenant is basically hard mode, in that it gives the enemies more health, it turns off online mode so you can't really summon people, and yeah, if you want an extra challenge, this is the place for you. I do not want an extra challenge, particularly, and I like online mode, so I will be ditching this covenant in just a second, but I at least wanted to look at it to grab the achievement, if nothing else, so yep, that's what I have to say about that. Just do be aware that it turns off online mode and makes life difficult, so don't join that unless you're wanting more of a challenge. Got a life gem there, that's always nice. We've got this giant hole in the ground here, and yes, there's items down there, but right now I do not think I have enough life to be able to make it, so ring required ahead. That is a good tip, because there is a ring you can buy that will make fall damage less damaging, and therefore you will be able to jump. Here is one of the first things you're going to want to do when you get here. Come on. Knock this rock into the well, and ta-da, we've got an item. An Estus Flask shard. Alright, Estus Flasks work a bit differently in this game than they have in the past. Let's go ahead and equip that. As you can see, I only have 1 instead of 5, which is sad, is very sad, but manageable. The Estus Flask shards allow you to upgrade and have more healing items, which is always nice. If you can see these bloodstains here, it's because there are some sneaky little enemies over here, and do not underestimate these pigs. They are hardcore. Look at that, I do like no damage. Oh man, I'm gonna die. And they're so short that most of your weapon swings go right over their head. I'm actually gonna leave those guys alone for now. They're not worth the hassle. But I don't want them chasing me either, so we're gonna run over to the bonfire really quick. Oh man. Well played. Okay. I'm gonna use that flask I picked up to talk to the Herald really quick here and grab another Estus flask.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
Fair enough, fair lady.
Seek those whose names are unutterable. The four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away.
The Herald is so chatty. I mean,
Is that a shard?
she's nice and everything. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want.
Here, let me see it, so that I may help you. To see light, to see hope.
She has so much dialogue.
However faint it might
Oh,
be.
she's not done. Here we go. Are we good now? Aha, here's where I can level up as well, although I don't really have the souls to do so at the moment. Let's give her that shard, though. Good. Now, we have 2 flasks, which is slightly better than 1 flask. Oh, man, okay. Next guy I'm going to talk to is up here by this monument. Hello, I will talk to you in a moment. Oh, death ahead. The reason that says this is this plaque here, if you examine it, tells you how many worldwide deaths we have so far. Oh, either there's lots of people playing or the people playing are not so great at the game because it has not been out that long on PC. And I do believe those are console specific, so... The letters here are worn beyond recognition. I'm not sure what this is for. I'm sure it's something like to do with DLC, or I don't know. I'm sure eventually we'll find out what that's for. I'm gonna talk to this guy now.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that.
Alright. If you keep talking to this
I
guy...
am Solden. And like you, I lost everything. And now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody.
Alright, the reason I'm keeping talking to Salden here is eventually he's going to give me the option to join a different covenant other than the the champions. I'll just call them the champions. Because I do not want to be in the champions.
You know much about souls. Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really. There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls. And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now, like I have.
Saladin has just brought up something interesting. The Herald talked about it as well, but I was too busy being pissy at the Herald for being so chatty to talk about it. 4 great souls. That is familiar from Dark Souls 1. We also had 4 great souls. But basically that has just told us what our goal is going to be for the first part of the game, which is to acquire these 4 great and powerful souls.
Do you ever cry out for help? The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You will face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
Alright, this is what I wanted. The Way of Blue. Basically, I'll explain more about it in a second here. Alright, we proclaimed our faith to the Blue Sentinels. And got the Blue Seal. If nothing else, you should join this covenant to get that ring.
That is a wise decision. People are weak, but the Blue Sentinels watch over us in their benevolence. Let the Sentinels cradle you in their embrace.
Alright, and the reason that I think it's worth it to get this ring early on is because you don't have any other rings to wear, so it's not like you're sacrificing a slot, but it will boost your health just a little bit, and it's not much, but it could be the difference between life and death. So, yeah, join the Way of Blue. Give the Sentinels something to do. The way the Way of Blue works is if you get invaded by a red spirit, a member of the Blue Sentinels has a chance of being summoned to your world to help you fight off the invaders. So if you're not really into invasions, then that could be a good way to avoid them, since you can be invaded while you're undead now, which is different from Dark Souls 1. Alright, and here we have this guy.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
Alright, so here we've got this guy. He's selling the first shields you can get in the game, which if you are not like me and like using a shield like a normal person, you should definitely pick one of these up. I personally like the Silver Eagle Kite Shield, but if you want to do the Great Shield thing, that works too, and the Kite Shield's better than the Parma. Go with the Kite Shield if you're going to do one of those two. The main thing this guy does, though, is sell armor. And right now he doesn't have very much, and I don't have enough money to buy anything, but if you buy enough stuff, he'll actually get new stuff in his stock, and he also is the one that will sell boss armor after you defeat bosses, so this is a good guy to be buddies with. Don't go killing him or anything.
Well, I do hope I see you again.
I'm sure that I will be back later, friend. And there's a little ladder back here. I forgot to talk about ladders in the last episode. They are different in this game. It used to be if you press circle, you would slide down the ladder. Now you just jump off, which I died, I'll admit it, I died. Now what you do is you hold down circle and down to slide down the ladder. You can also hold down circle to climb faster up the ladder, which is neat. And we have a chest. What's inside? Titanite shard. Gonna be upgrading some stuff pretty soon here. Okay, down the ladder we go. I apologize for stealing from your chest, but not really. Alright. This is the mansion, and we actually can't get in here just yet, but it's locked. We'll be back later for that. I think there's only one more NPC here we need to talk to. Aha! Oh, look at you. So cute.
Oh, undead, are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua. Enchanté. So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
Everyone seems to like how I smell. Maybe I just have that lovely odor going on. Shalqua is neat in that she keeps track of your covenants, so if you want to abandon your covenant for some reason, you can come talk to her. She'll also show you a list. I only have 2 here because I've only discovered a couple, but you can keep track of what rank you are and such by talking to her. She also has some things to sell. A couple of really cool rings. This is the Ring of the Evil Eye. It just absorbs a tiny bit of HP from foes, not all that great. This is the Silver Cat ring, which is really useful if you want to go down the well early, that giant hole back behind me. It will reduce your fall damage, which allows you to get down the hole a little bit more safely. This is a really cool ring in my opinion, especially if you want to do co-op. It makes it easier to be detected by enemies, which basically means if you're fighting a boss with somebody else, the boss is more likely to focus on you. Great for you Sumbros out there. This is the name engraved ring. It makes it easier to connect to other players. Basically, it's if you want to play with your friends, you use this ring. You choose which god you want to worship basically on this ring, and people with the same god, you're more likely to play with them. And this is the Ring of Whispers. I'll be coming back for this later. It lets you hear voices you wouldn't otherwise be able to. She's also got Homeward Bones, Prism Stones, Skulls, and Lloyd's Talismans. From Allfather Lloyd. None of which I have enough
suited you, I presume.
money to buy at the moment.
Well, that's dismaying.
Be back to talk to you later, Shalqua. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's some items I'm missing around here, but nothing all that important that I'm aware of. Oh, right. No, I did think of something. Don't leave just yet. Back up this way. This is especially important for those that are wanting to use miracles but did not start as a cleric. There's a chime you can get here, which the chimes have replaced talismans from the first game to be able to cast miracles. Okay, I know there's an edge you drop off. It's not this one. Aha, you can see an item over there. Might be right here. It's not right there. What are you doing, Shade? Get it together. Here's the one we want. Alright. Nothing here. Drop down one more. And behind us we have the Morning Star and Cleric's Sacred Chime. Which, like I said, the chime is for miracles. Basically that's just some poor cleric that took too much fall damage or something. Alright, and here we have the binoculars, which the binoculars are kind of cool this time around if you're a spellcaster, because you can use them to basically snipe from across the map, which I really enjoyed in my little experimenting with spellcasting. Alright, that's pretty much all I'm going to do in this episode other than talk to the NPCs that I didn't finish having conversations with, so if you're not interested in seeing all the rest of the dialogue, you can go ahead and check out here, looking for my gestures. See you next time. Okay, everybody that's still here, we're gonna go chat with all these people we didn't finish chatting with.
I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop.
Okay. This guy just wants to get in here, and you want to get him in there because he is the blacksmith, and blacksmiths are rather important if you want to be doing any damage whatsoever in late game. See if Salden has anything else to say. I'm pretty sure we'd exhausted most of his dialogue.
Lonely here. It suits me just fine, as I've nothing left anyway. It will grow on you, this place. Give it some time.
Oh, he has a gesture. I forgot to mention that. Oh well, I'll talk about it in the next video, I guess. He has the welcome gesture, which looks suspiciously a lot like the well, what is it gesture, so yeah.
Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? That will take you to the forest of the giants. There was once a great fort, but little of it remains. You may just find something there that will be of use on your journey. But don't venture too far inside, or you might not come back.
Good advice indeed. That is probably where we will be heading next time.
Hade's Tower of Flame lies beyond the far gate. In the cathedral, the Apostles of Blue gather. But the road leading there is perilous. The gate is rigged with some contraption. But how it works, I just don't know.
That over there that you can kind of see in the distance is actually Hade's tower in the cathedral. So eventually we'll be making our way over there. I love Hades. It's one of my favorite places in the game.
Have you seen that pit, that gaping hole in the earth? I don't know what it's like down below, but I wouldn't suggest trying to find out. Besides, you'll never make it down there. Not without a ladder of some sort.
Was that foreshadowing?
The flame you see there is a bonfire. They exist all across the land, beacons to we undead. If you are tired, try resting beside the flame. The flame heals us.
Love the bonfires.
Long ago, a woman called a firekeeper watched over each bonfire. She kept the flame lit and guarded it from those who would extinguish it. I wonder where the firekeepers went.
They're all just chilling on some tree over the hill. Oh, I don't know.
Did you notice any letters on the ground on the way here? These are messages that have jumped the fissures between worlds. In Drang Lake, the flow of time is convoluted. Things shift and waver, twist and turn. Poignant wishes, dashed dreams, the messages convey our very inner thoughts. If your will to soldier on falters, try leaving a message. Somebody out there is sure to listen. You may notice symbols that appear upon the ground. These are summon signatures. They call upon spirits from other worlds through the schisms in time. If you fear hollows, find some signatures to call upon spirits to help you.
Alright. Talking a little bit about the multiplayer and how that works.
Do you see the way beyond the book?
Okay, that is the end of his dialogue, so we can go ahead and move on. Sorry about that. My hard drive got full just there and crashed me out of the game. So we're done talking to Salden. Heard all the dialogue he has to share. Let's go chat with Miss Chatty Pants Harold over here.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way. Lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others.
I have heard that so many times, and I am tired of it, Miss Harold. What else do you have to say?
Over the hill and past the forest is the king's castle, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul. But whatever came of it?
Good question.
Those who come to Dranglake seeking salvation soon lose hope and turn hollow. It happens to them all, sooner or later. That blue knight at the base of the tower, his spirit is already broken. Although he does offer sound advice. Perhaps he is a foreshadowing of your own future.
Yep, that would be our friend Salden we're talking about there. He does offer good advice. Talk to him.
That tiny thing inside the ruins. An ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom. Provided you find her on a good day.
Talking about Shalqua there.
The sign you bear will drain your very souls. And without souls, you will turn hollow. Stay strong. Do not lose hope. Even when you have precious little time. For when the undead dies, it is never truly dead, but only one step closer to hollowing. Not all undead are hollows, but all hollows were once undead.
There you go, a little bit of insight into the way the undead curse works.
If you find an Estus shard, bring it to me, so that I may ease your burden.
Shards are lovely things.
Over the hill and past.
Okay, nope. Enough from you, Miss Chatty. Who else have we got? Shalqua and Moglin, I think. Let's go talk to Moglin. Alright, what have you got to say?
Well, thank you for coming back. Do take a look at my wares.
Of course.
I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash.
So Moglin is not nearly as happy with the Blue Sentinels as our friend Salden over there. Which one's right? Who knows?
By the gods, why the hell am I here?
That is a popular... Yeah, that's what I thought. That's his last dialogue.
Well, I do hope I see you again.
Goodbye. I'm sure you will. That is a popular trend you will notice, that nobody remembers why they're here. They all seem to be here, but they don't know, but I guess the player character could be included in that. I have no idea why I'm here.
Oh. Who are you again? No, I'm not serious.
Shalqua, you tease.
You do have a rather pleasant scent. The type I'm quite fond of.
Apparently undead smell like catnip. What have you got to say?
This place is already dead. Everything will crumble and waste away so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful? This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused.
I love Shalqua's voice actor. She is fabulous. Actress, I guess.
Are you going to see the old ones? Those four who have grown so incredibly ancient. They must have sprouted quite a thick coat of moss by now. For heaven's sake, no one even knows their names anymore. Imagine that. Yes, nothing like yourself. For you have a most pleasant scent that grows nicer with each passing day.
There's mention of the four old ones again. Everybody seems to know about them.
Have you made friends with the man by the sea? He's lost everything. Absolutely everything. The only thing he's good for now is a few tidbits on covenants. Covenants are a type of, well, contract, you might say. You give something to gain something. That's the way humans like it, right? It might be just the thing you need. But what does a cat know? Did you see that oddly formed rock behind here? Long ago they called it Victor's Stone, as I recall. If you wish to face greater challenges, speak to the rock. Although, you'd just as well not. This place is all... Everything will crumble, isn't it? Nothing
Alright.
suited you, I presume.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shalqua. I just don't have the souls. I'll be back. Alright, well, I do believe that is everybody that I have access to at the moment. So, thanks to you guys that stuck around for the entire video. Got to see some cool lore information. That is the Forest of Fallen Giants over there, I think. Cool. I always love in Dark Souls how you can see everywhere from everywhere. And not so much in this game as the first game, but it's still there. And it's great. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the episode off there for today. Next time we will actually go and get started, actually start playing the game. It'll be much more exciting. Thanks for hanging around, and I will see all of you guys next time.